sister. Smart, shy, 6 feet tall. And she has absolutely no idea how beautiful she really is. Her fellow students at St. Paul's Prep gravitate toward her. They like her sweet nature and silly sense of humor. Her closest friends have the twin impulses to protect her and maybe corrupt her a little, because it's just too much fun. Come on, have a smoke. Let's shotgun a beer. Now, your sister's never had a drink before, not even a secret sip of Mom's wine at the Thanksgiving dinner table. So she almost always says, "No, thank you," or takes the faintest puff or smallest sip just to appease her friends. Your sister's a good kid. But when her 2 best friends invite her to a very private beach party on Turks and Caicos during spring break, all expenses covered, she can't help herself. She feels like a kid who was denied sweets growing up and one day stumbled into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Of course, she grew up hearing the usual advice about partying smart, pacing yourself, and keeping your hand over the top of your drink so nobody slips a roofie into it. And she believes in that advice. But she's also never been invited to a party like this before. Someone has spent a lot of money to lay out an array of culinary delights, yet everybody seems to ignore the food. Instead, they drink and dance to throbbing electronic music under strings of lights and palm fronds, or steal away to a quiet corner for a more intimate conversation. Your sister's best friends from school, an adorable pair of twins, press a cocktail the color of a bruised sunset into her hand and encourage her to take just a sip. Come on, just one. So she does. And it tastes amazing. Nothing like the cheap beer they'd sneak on campus. Before she knows it, she's finished her first, and the twins are handing her another. And she downs that, too. Easily. And it's as refreshing as a glass of orange juice. And after the second drink, the twins manage to drag their normally shy friend onto the dance floor and begin to twirl under skies so beautiful she can hardly believe this is real. Any of it. Of course, the men notice her, because there's no one else at this party quite like her. In a sea of bodies trying too hard, she is an effortless beauty, full of laughter and light. First comes the handsome Italian lifeguard, just a few years older than your sister, but much more experienced in the ways of the islands. So he's not entirely surprised when he's nudged aside by a trust fund kid with a yacht. And this kid mentions the yacht a lot. Soon, your sister and her twin friends are tipsy enough to agree to go see the yacht, a Squadron 60, whatever that is, your sister doesn't know, anchored just off the beach. Once they're on board, however, the yacht's captain cozies up to your sister. He's in his 40s, but the captain is charming enough to make your sister fall for him just a little, even though a voice in the back of her mind screams, "He's twice your age!" But he pours her shots of clear, sweet rum between dances, and she kind of loves how she feels in his muscular arms. Sometime after midnight, the party is broken up by local cops. It's not so much a raid as a gentle shakedown, in which the trust fund kid is expected to fork over a tiny sliver of said fund. When your sister looks around, she realizes the twins have already left the yacht, pretty much abandoning her. One of the cops is kind enough to offer her a ride back. He's very friendly. So friendly, he insists on a goodnight kiss before she goes home. She offers him one. He pushes things further. She pushes back. He gently insists with the manner of someone who is used to hearing no, but also used to completely ignoring it. Now, imagine your sister coming to her senses a little. Those old warnings from Mom and Dad